This program is brought to you in part by the Vancouver Motorcycle Show, January 20th to 23rd at TradeX.
Tonight, we begin a three-part series on sleeplessness. It's a universal problem that nearly every single one of us will deal with at some point in our lives. There are a host of different causes, but the most common and the most deadly is sleep apnea. 1 million Canadians have been diagnosed with it. Millions more don't even know they have it. And that's endangering not only their own lives, but others too. Randy Neal reports.
Giuseppe Cuzzetto follows the same routine every single night before he goes to bed, preparing and putting on a machine that he says saves his life.
Sleep apnea is really not breathing. You know, it's as if your head is being pulled, under a pool of water.
Sleep apnea is a condition where people stop breathing during sleep, wake up, and fall back asleep. It can happen hundreds of times a night, and the vast majority of Canadians have no idea.
At the time, it didn't seem scary. At the time, I kind of led like a zombie-like existence. You don't really feel much of anything except you're kind of half awake, half asleep most of the time.
Giuseppe is far from alone. An estimated 1 in 4 Canadians are at risk of suffering from sleep apnea. Twice as many men as women suffer from it. It's as common as diabetes and high blood pressure, and just as dangerous.
It's a problem because it predisposes to a variety of symptoms. Okay, the commonest symptom is sleepiness, and also predisposes to a variety of cardiac problems, such as predisposes to heart attacks and strokes.
So death, possibly.
Yeah. So we would look at everything.
Dr. John Fleedham heads up the UBC Sleep Clinic in Vancouver.
But this is a person with classic sleep apnea.
Yeah. He and ICBC compared the driving records of 1,600 people with sleep apnea and 1,600 without.
That's snoring. So this is snoring. So if you have sleep apnea, you're 3 or 4 times more likely to have a car crash, and that's a major concern.
According to the Lung Association, a study done in Saskatchewan found sleep apnea caused $30 million worth of related car accident damage in that province every year. In 1995, the University of Calgary found an estimated 78% of long-haul drivers suffer from sleep apnea. It's a growing problem caused by obesity.
Every man knows that as you put on weight around your tummy, okay, you also put on weight around your neck. And as it gets bigger out here, it gets smaller inside. So neck circumference, if you need a size 17 or 18 shirt, then there's a very high likelihood you're snoring, and a very high likelihood you might have sleep apnea.
There's no cure for sleep apnea. Losing weight can ease the problem, but the best solution is CPAP, a machine that forces air through a patient's passageways. That's what Giuseppe wears every night. But while most provinces and countries cover it, the $3,000 machine isn't covered by BC's health system.
In BC, many patients go untreated because the treatment is not paid for by the healthcare system.
Giuseppe can afford it. He says it's a small price to pay to be alive.
Had you not been diagnosed, where would you be right now, do you think?
I don't know if I'd be alive, to be 100% honest.
You know, I've been in medicine now for close to 40 years, okay, and of all the things I've done in medicine, it's the most rewarding thing. Many patients will come back and say, I feel 1,000% better, okay? Many people will come back and say, it's a miracle.
It's much better, and I have the ability to, go for walks or engage in life and be present.
Who gets the blame for problems in Beaver Lake? Stanley Park's watery jewel is choking. We'll have that and Wayne's weather forecast next on the News Hour.
Health headlines are brought to you by PharmaSafe. Visit pharmasafe.com, your trusted source for health information.